ever since I was a kid, I was a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. It was one of like the few first video games that I played when I was young. I played one of the classic ones on my Game Boy Advance, and then I moved on to the 3D games when I was a bit older. I started with Sonic Adventure DX and then Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which I actually never beat! The fucking Biolizard kicked my ass! So many years later, with Sonic being a gigantic fucking meme on the internet, while being a decently well-known gaming franchise, I thought to myself, hey, why don't I talk about Sonic characters? I like the franchise, I think it's really fun, and while I have missed out on a couple of games, because fun fact, from Unleashed to Frontiers, I did not play Sonic. There's been a lot of characters added. Now, to preface this, I will not be talking about characters from the comics. I'm only doing games today because I don't want to be here all night. But if this video and stream do well, I can consider doing the comic characters. I believe firmly that Ken Penders deserves his own section. So without further ado, let's chat some shit about Sonic!
I'll make you eat those words!
We begin with what I like to lovingly call Pudgy Sonic. This is Sonic as he was like originally designed. Much like Mario, he was like very like whittle, compressed, squished down, very round. The quills were really short, the shoes were really simple. They're just like cute little shoes with one racing stripe and that's it. And his design, it like shines in his fucking simplicity, right? It's a blue hedgehog. All he has is white gloves, red shoes, that's it. 3-color color scheme, no problem. Uni eye, that doesn't change. Sonic has always had one single eyeball for some reason, and they've never changed this. And his arm color is actually fleshy. It's not blue, it's always been fleshy. Very iconic, very classic design. Not a ton to say about Sonic except he was meant to be, I think in this iteration, cute, but then that kind of bar moved towards cool as the games progressed. Now we have modern Sonic the Hedgehog. This is the point where Sega decided to make Sonic cool instead of cute. He's lankier, his shoes have way more detail, the gloves have way more details, his gaze is a little bit more piercing, the uni eye is still present but a little bit less big, quills are longer, a little bit sharper, there's more length to his limbs, fingertips, ears are a bit longer as well. One of my favorite things that they did with Sonic was just those few little subtle changes made the character have a completely different vibe. Because if you look at the retro Sonic, he's pudgy, he's cute, he's very sweet, friendship. This new modern Sonic is more aerodynamic, way more streamlined. You can very much tell that his focus is on speed, and he's just meant to be like a cocky dipshit. He oozes fucking cocky. He's a chill dude, he's a cool dude. I personally really like green as the eye color for him, because I think that if they did blue, it would have really gotten washed out. And the shoe's still red, and we added some little accents here and there, which really elevate the design, despite how simple it is. Chili dog dipshit. We love Sonic, okay? 10 out of 10 for Sonic.
Super Sonic style!
Super Sonic has a few notable features. The main thing being he changes color. He goes from blue to piss yellow. Very important to have, it's supposed to be gold, but my mama say whatever I want, piss. Besides the color change, red eyes, his face design doesn't change much except for shapes. He gains a lot of intensity. Now, I mentioned before that triangles are fucking shapes that you normally use for villainous characters, but you can also use them for conveying intensity. And for Super Sonic, he looks much faster, pointier, more powerful because we added a lot of intensity in the shapes. You can also notice the quill on his back a lot more, his tail's a little bit more pointy. And we added red eyes because with green eyes, it would not have that level of like intense superhero vibes, you know? Believe it or not, Super Sonic was actually introduced fairly early on, but it was like a bonus thing that you can do. I remember my first encounter with Super Sonic being with Sonic Adventure DX, when you go against Perfect Chaos, but he's been a staple in the series ever since. Even though the design is really simple, it gets the job done. It does. Then we have the Werehog. I love this thing. I do like the Werehog. Even though the Werehog segments in Unleashed were a little bit of a slog, it's a cool enough design change that I definitely feel like it merits mentioning. Basically, furry mode. Fun thing about the Werehog is that the Werehog is meant to look intimidating. It's meant to look almost villainous in a way, but it's still the fucking blue dipshit in there. He has very sharp claws, very sharp teeth. The quills are also much sharper, and they've notably, the gloves are gone. The fur looks like the gloves exploded, but it's actually fur. And he has actual cleats in his shoes instead of like cute sneakers. They're torn up to filth. They're a darker red because the bright red would really wash out his fur in this color scheme. And they are spiked everywhere. Also, it's time for Cursed Eldritch Knowledge, chat. Like, if you look at Sonic's hands, they look very humanoid, right? That means that the feet probably have human feet. He probably has grippers. Stop, what? It's true! Sonic grippers! Sonic grippers! Not me fucking summoning Chris Chan from the ether with this. They have toes now. I'm gonna say, like, lovingly. I would the Werehog, I'm sorry. What? The Werehog is hot. I'm sorry. If I ever manage to learn how to draw it, I'm gonna make Amy being demolished by that thing. I'm doing it. You can't stop me. Great design changes to kind of like have it be the antithesis of Sonic. Shape play wise, he's also way bulkier, even though it could all just be fur. And it's just so fun to look at.
Oh damn, he got so angry, he gained 2 eyes.
Wait, he did! Oh my god, you're right. Bitch! It's no longer a uni eye. Maybe it's still one, but he's like furrowing his brows really, really, really hard. Where the fuck is this from? Oh, from Sonic and the Secret Rings. I actually did not play this one. I do like this one because it looks like a more intimidating version of Sonic. I love the racing stripe. This is actually canonical grippers without any toes because that is fur. I don't like it. Give me the toes back. I think the toes would be way funnier. This is what Hedgehog feet look like. This is what he should have. Hedgehogs are really cute. They're good swimmers, which is ironic because Sonic is not. The interesting thing to note is that by just changing his expression, they make him look so much more intimidating, you could say. The gold rings on his ankles and wrists are a really nice accent, and that's the only other color you get besides like the blue and the white. No eyes, that looks ooky spooky, but I love the racing stripe on the quills. For a game that I actually did not play, I do like this one.
You fight with the strength of many men, Sir Knight.
Then we have the Excalibur Sonic the Hedgehog. I did not play Black Knight, but I saw a Let's Play, and this one is fucking sick. Can I just say that I think that this is like the most sick version of Super Sonic ever? It goes so fucking hard for no reason, chat. This fucking stupid Sonic the Hedgehog armor with his Excalibur, like, gold! Piss Knight, a little bit. The shoes are, no, everything about it is phenomenal because, like, it has the Super Sonic color scheme down to a T, but it, like, they understood the assignment because they fit the theme to perfection. The, like, fucking Celtic knots, the red gemstones, the cape, the fact that we still kept perfect Sonic proportions, and we used the armor to make, like, the spiky Super Sonic quills. Because in this one, he didn't go Super Sonic. It was just, like, the super armor. It's still blue underneath there, by the way. But we still, like, mimicked Super Sonic with the shapes of the armor themselves. And we actually added, like, the plating in such a way that it could cover the quills. This is badass. This is probably, like, the Sonic design that goes the hardest for the least amount of reason. And I am obsessed with it.
Roger.
Who's Roger? He's talking to me.
This is from Sonic Boom. Now, what can I say about Sonic Boom? What did they do to my boy? Like, it looked fine in the TV show. I've seen clips, but like in the game, he looks weird. His head looks too small, like too compact. The quills are not nearly long enough. The arms are blue. He looks like a lanky and deformed teenager, which to be fair, he is supposed to be like 16, 17, but like, I don't like it. And also, this game was a mess. I saw the Game Grumps play this, and they used the knuckle glitch to, like, fucking get past everything. It was so stupid.
Yo, I'm like Marky Mark. I got the rhythm and the rhyme.
But the design isn't good either, though. Like, they made him way too weird and lanky for no good reason. For some reason, the arms are no longer skin-colored, and the quills are way too short for his head. Yeah, this is Waluigi proportioned, actually. It's so spindly and lanky and weird. So this is probably my least favorite Sonic iteration out of all of them.
Working on it.
Oh, no, I have to tell you guys the lore. Okay, so we all know who Chris Chan is, right? And if you don't, go look up the documentary. There's like fucking 70 episodes now. Oh my god, the chat is just going. But basically, Chris always wore this medallion, right? And they make these, and they sell these. And every content creator that has come into contact with this and worn them have been met with ruin or some sort of huge scandal less than a year later. This thing is cursed, to the point that if I ever come across one of these, I am sending it to a priest. I am not even touching it. Noroi. Sonichu's design, though, I feel like it's a funny concept. In the hands of, like, what the fuck is this, Wave? Explain?
Oh, you forgot the paper. Stupid, stupid.
It's okay, really. Maybe next time.
Yeah, next time. I'll see you real soon, Sonic.
Explain? Oh, that does look like Chris, actually. For those of you guys who don't know what this is, which if you're in the chat, you know what this is. It's supposed to be like a mix of Sonic and Pikachu, because I think that back in the day, Chris wasn't allowed to do Sonic or Pikachu because of copyright, so their solution was to make this. And this is like their son, okay? Alright? Oh, shit! That's rad! You know what else is rad? Gamer subs! Do you want energy? Do you want to be able to fight 20 people as one man? May I recommend trying out Gamer subs? Yeah, fucking energy for days, baby! Laser focus, dodge, dodge, and you will exude pink fire if you get too excited. And it's pink because he used fucking code KinkyMation at checkout. 10% off, remember that. Ton of energy. And if you don't want energy because caffeine is spooky scary, they got you, baby boo. Caffeine-free flavors, sugar-free. Become a man. Be like a dragon. Be like Kiryu. Boom. Chill over.
Snooping as usual, I see.
We move on to Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik, formerly known as Robotnik. This is the Robotnik design. This is what he looked like in the original classic games. This is what he looks like in Sonic Generations in 3D. He does look like an egg, and I think that's completely on purpose. I do think that as a fucking villain, it's kind of iconic because similar to Bowser, right? He's a bad guy, but he's pretty friend-shaped. And like this follows the like lines of like there is some intensity in there, but he's very friend-shaped. I don't think Robotnik was ever meant to be threatening at all. He has like the spiky bits on his mustache, but that's about it. And just like the OG Sonic design, he kind of looks like a walrus. The like fucking like lapels on his shirt look like fangs. And it's really, really funny because he has, like Sonic, a very simple design. Like 4 colors, that's it. We got red, white, black, yellow, and like the accents of his like glasses and mustache, and that's about it. It's a really simple design. It's pretty iconic. I personally prefer Eggman's modern iterations, but for a starter, not that at all.
Get a load of this.
Hey! This is the way that I'm used to seeing Eggman. This is like the Eggman where he's a little bit less friend-shaped, I guess you could say. Like, he's still very much egg-shaped, but actually egg-shaped now. He's not just a circle and that's it. Like, his torso is actually egg-shaped now. He's much like Sonic, taller, a little bit lankier, but he has like that
I've come
dad
to make
gun.
an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog is
the same color scheme, but we have so much more cool detail now. Like, his jacket looks like a really weird version of a lab coat now, so he actually looks like a scientist now. He still has the gloves, really nice yellow accents. The buttons have been replaced for, like, lab coat buttons, and he has, like, the highest waisted pants you're ever gonna see. It's a really, really dope design. His expression is also way more devious, way more intense, and we have double goggles. We have goggles on your head and, like, fucking glasses on your face. The big smile also adds a lot to the villain factor. Is Eggman intimidating? No. But he does a better job at setting up his role as an antagonist in this design than in the original. Also, I love that the mustache is just becoming wilder as time goes on.
What? Sand's undertail going to my eyes.
Oh my god, I hate it. No, I despise the Sonic 06. Look at it, it's staring right into the soul. I despise the Sonic 06 design because the fit that Eggman has cannot work for anything but the games. I'm for like fucking cartoonish style. I'm sorry. This looks like Garbo. Cause like, that's not a dad gut, that's a tumor. He's like, if he were actually to give him like realistic dad proportions, we would need to make his legs way wider, and we would also need to like just make him bigger in general. This jacket does not work for these proportions at all. And I think that's why in the movies it really didn't matter that he wasn't Giga Egg shaped, because they worked with real proportions when they were designing his costumes. We could probably talk about the designs in the movies after a while, but like for 06, this just does not work. Even the face looked really, really weird. And Uncanny Valley, like, I hate this.
Snooping as usual, I see.
And this is the one from Sonic Boom. You know what? I do not hate it. Out of all of the Boom redesigns, I do definitely think that Eggman got the best one. Because look at that silhouette. That is super clean. So I actually really like the Sonic Boom redesign for Eggman. I think it's a really solid fit, a really great silhouette, and a very nicely balanced color scheme as well. The 2D render is phenomenal. They really captured his spirit.
All's well that ends well, right?
I've always liked Tails. I've always considered him to have like a really cutesy design. He's probably the cutest character besides Cream in the entirety of the Sonic franchise. He's like Sonic's sidekick, right? So they have really nice color schemes that work really well for each other. He's holding a blue, a Chaos Emerald, for fuck's sake. Shoes are the same color as Sonic. Overwhelmingly warm color scheme. This is the retro Tails, this is the tail that shows up in Generation. So much like Sonic, he's pudgy, very round, very friend-shaped. Incredibly cutesy. I love Tails. Look at him, baby. And I think that Tails was designed to be a complement to Sonic, and they did that really, really well, because Sonic is speed on the ground, and Tails is speed more in the air more than anything else. Like, if you guys don't know anything about Tails, he's like the sidekick, basically, and he always has been. And modern Tails, look at him! I really like what they did with modern Tails. They made him fluffier, but they also made him, like Sonic, a little bit taller. They defined his shapes a little bit better. His ears are gigantic. There's so much personality in the modern Tails. He's still precious, but like just adding that little bit of fluff gave him so much character. Because like I think that Tails being younger than Sonic does have to show in like the shape play for the character. So he's not as lanky, but he still looks a little bit like older than he did in Generations, and definitely much softer. And we've also toned down the saturation of his fur a tad so he doesn't burn out your retinas anymore, which I appreciate. It's more orange now. It used to be more yellow. He feels a bit older than the classic Tails. The classic Tails feels very baby. This one feels like he's like 11 or 12. The classic Tail feels like he's like 8 years old. Then we have the Blacksmith Tail. This is the one from Sonic and the Black Knight. All of the characters showed up in Sonic and the Black Knight in some way, but they had like different names, right? And he was your blacksmith in this, so he like helped you with your sword and he like made your gauntlet and shit. He was really cute. They didn't do a ton with this design except like add some like fantasy flair. Just like the apron, and they tied his shoes with like strings instead of like normal shoelaces. And they gave him like the blacksmith glove and the goggles, and that's about it. It's not a very like complicated design, but I think it works. And then we have Tails and Sonic Boom, which he looks like he's done with Sonic's bullshit, and I do not like it. I like the 2D artwork. It looks nice, but in 3D, like, he looks so gangly and weird, and like, there's things about it that I like. I like the idea of him having goggles and like actual like workman's gloves instead of the normal Sonic gloves and maybe the belt, but like, why do we have bandages on the feet? And why is he so gangly? His eyes are also much smaller. He just does not look as fluffy and as cute as he does in the other games. I'm sorry, I don't like the Sonic Boom ones. He's a lot pointier than he is in other games, and no, not appreciated, bad.
I was afraid I'd never be able to flirt with you again.
Amy! Now, I love Amy, but we started out kind of rough. Because, like, Amy's original design was supposed to be like a femme Sonic. So, she didn't have, like, a ton of different, like, playing with the hair and shit the same way that, like, Tails did. And the color scheme is solid, believe it or not. I don't dislike the color scheme for Retro Amy at all, but it was a bit rough in the sense that I feel like they didn't quite know what to do with the character originally. It's cute, but I do genuinely think that this was, like, having some growing pains, especially with the quills and especially with the outfit. They really refined Amy in later iterations, we're gonna see. But to start with, not bad, could have been better. I love everything about modern Amy. From the way that the shape play goes with the quills to make it a bob, but we still give her that like playful intensity in the bangs, to the flared out red dress, the fucking bracelets on the gloves, and the cute go-go boots. Like, are you shitting me? Amy is the cutest fucking thing on the planet. I will hear no Amy slander. I've always liked this design, not just because it's pink. Yes, I'm biased, but like the design is really solid. We also give her a matching eye color to Sonic, which is a really, really nice note. Much like Sonic, she has a uni eye. Her ears are bigger, the hair is more streamlined, and we have a really solid color scheme. Amy's thing is all about like love, because she's like obsessed with Sonic, or she used to be. She's mellowed out now. Going with like Valentine's Day colors was a perfect fit for her. Normally, a lot of people are afraid to mix pink and red like this because it can look garish, but in Amy's case, I think it's very well balanced. Red on top, red on the bottom, and red on the headband. I love Amy. I think Amy's like a great design and great character overall. A lot of people found Amy annoying in her inception, but like, I think it fits, you know? She's super girly pop, super cute, and I think that they genuinely captured the spirit. Look at her. Baby! The whole outfit is a winner, if you ask me. If you have to dress fucking Sonic characters, I think that with Amy, they nailed it. And then we have the Lady of the Lake, Amy. This design is baller, because instead of leaning into the Valentine's Day colors, we decided to play a little bit more with high contrast. We made her dress blue instead of pink. Gave her a really, really nice gown, really nice split up into sections there. A lot of beautiful patterns, lace, really nice shape and flow. It still feels like Amy, but like she also feels like a completely different character, if that makes sense. Like if you ask me to like make like a fucking Lady of the Lake version of a Hedgehog, I think that this one fits. It's actually really well realized while still keeping a lot of elements from Amy, like the gloves with the gold bracelets, the hair, the headband. That doesn't change, but the dress itself has a really nice silhouette and a really great flow that perfectly matches the world of Sonic and the Black Knight. I think that it was a really, really good pick. So the Sonic Boom Amy, it's not bad, but I don't love it. You wanna know why? I genuinely think that we needed the poofy skirt to balance out head size here. Since Amy's one of the few female characters for Sonic, with the exception of Rouge the Bat, honest to God, they don't have a lot of hips, right? So giving it the illusion of a female form with like the poofy skirt really helped balance out how big the head is. I think that they kind of like destroyed the silhouette for Amy because she lacks that balance that would make the bottom half of the outfit more balanced as opposed to the top. These shoes are way too small for her head. I like the thigh highs, I like the color scheme, but I definitely think that the dress could have benefited from some flair on the bottom. I also don't like that she's this smug. Like, why are you so smug? Put it back. Metal Sonic. Now, Metal Sonic is a funny character because while we could have put him in the Sonic section, quote unquote, it is an antagonist. He's a completely different beast. The retro version, much like the retro Sonic, is very round, it's very pudgy, but it has a lot more sharp edges than Sonic does. Sharp fingies, very sharp nose, and like much sharper feet. The sharp fingers do most of the work to make this look evil. Like, seriously? It's not the red eyes, it's the hands. And I love it. Also love the fucking metallic rendering here. 10 out of 10 looks dope. Now, the Metal Sonic for Modern, you'd think that there isn't a lot of change, but there is. They added a lot more robotic components to him than what he used to have, and they also elevated the intensity of his expression. His eyes are now turned upwards a lot more, and his helmet headpiece is much pointier than it used to be. Limbs are also longer, and the metal bits, it makes him look a little bit more angular, a lot less round, a lot meaner. His shoulder pads are almost pointy. The hands are still super fucking sharp, and that does, again, a lot of the work. But I think that, like, in general, making him a little bit longer and giving him more metal bits and bobs and making him look more angular does a shit ton of work to make the character feel like an antagonist. Metal Sonic isn't nice. He was never meant to be nice. So I think that, like, making him look like this and focusing more on his anatomy rather than, like, the actual, like, eye color and shape did a ton of work to make him look pretty threatening, if you ask me. I think that Metal Sonic is meaner than Robotnik, and I think that's by design. Whoa! Shit! So, like, spoiler alert, I never finished Sonic Heroes, but, like, why does this one go so hard, though? Like, what to say about it except intensity. So much intensity. We have made the hands less of a focal point because look at the head! It's pointy in all the right places. We added more pointy to the head. We added more pointy to the patterns on the head. We added more pointy to the shoulders, to the knees, to the shoes, to the fingers. Like, I think that when it comes to making like an actual honest-to-God supervillain, like Metal Sonic Neo nailed it. That's great. The reds are more vibrant, but the blue is more desaturated, more evil, more mean. The addition of black elements adds a lot to the character and gives it a really cool sense of flow as well. Great repetition with all of the fucking angular, triangular bits, and excellent accent work. Excellent, because we have red on the ears, red on the shoes, red on the eyes, and the yellow in the middle.
It's so edgy, it's smooth. This wizard installs pain.
This is pure edge, and I love it! I'm obsessed! Thank you for the super chat.
Here I come.
Knuckles! Idiot. Idiot. I really like Knuckles. He's also one of my favorite character designs in Sonic, but he's a dumb fuck. Retro Knuckles has like the same design principles as Retro Sonic and Tails. He's pudgy, but I will say out of all three of them, he's also the sharpest. Because he wasn't always nice to Sonic, and I think that they wanted to show that. That's why his color scheme is like bright red. But his main thing has always been like the Chaos Emerald, right? So he has a little bit more color and he's a little bit more pointy, a little bit sharper than other characters. Still retains that pudgy shortness though. I think that's cute.
Mr. Two Dongs.
4 dongs! Thanks so much for the super chat! So I do like Knuckles quite a bit. If you look at like his concept art, his head is actually a lot more angular than Sonic and Tails in retro form, so he wasn't always the nicest character, and they did that with silhouette. So modern Knuckles, much like Sonic and Tails, we've made him lankier, we've made him longer. We've actually rounded out his fists a little bit. The quills are much longer now than what they used to be, same with the limbs, and that makes him look super cool. I've seen some people draw these almost as like dreadlocks, and I think that's a great fit.
Hi, I'm Nipples the Enchilada. I can crush anything with my rock-hard fist nipples. But Chilly today, huh?
Stop it, they don't have nipples. The thing I like about Knuckles, though, is that, like, unlike Sonic, he's, like, all red. He doesn't have the flesh-colored arms, but he has, like, that half moon on his chest that really adds a nice contrast, frames his face super nicely. And his shoes are super colorful. Lego block shoes and green, yellow, red, perfect, solid color scheme. Modern Knuckles didn't change a ton of his design, but I do like that he's lankier, I like that his tail is pointy, and I definitely like that the quills are much, much longer than what they used to be. It looks much better. Also, if you guys notice this, they made his hands bigger, much bigger than like Sonic and Tails. Because this whole thing is like punchy.
Girl, you ain't ready for the story behind Archie Comics Knuckles.
That's why we're doing the comics on another day if this does well. Okay, another one, Sir Gaiwan, a fucking... Gaiwan, yeah. This one goes hard as fuck! So, the Sonic and the Black Knights design, literally, I think that they deserve so much merit because they took the Sonic themes and they just expanded on them. This goes super fucking hard, I'm sorry. It's just like the fucking helmet, the chest plate, and the greaves. They don't wear pants. None of these have pants. All these are dick out. But they took the elements for Knuckles and they just made them so much cooler. The blades almost look like they're part of his hands, and I love that. We use a nice coppery color scheme to not drown out the red. And in general, it's just like really cool, really intense, really edgy. I live for these Sonic and the Black Knight designs. I really do. They're fucking amazing. Baller. Also, I love how we made the shoes into like actual plated armor, but we still did not get rid of the Lego piece.
Mean.
And then we have Sonic Boom. Now, out of all the Sonic Boom designs, I have to say that Knuckles might be my favorite because they really leaned on the meathead behavior. Like, he was an idiot in this game. Like, they took away all of his brain cells, but what they took away in brain cells, they added in silhouette. I think that, like, this version of Knuckles, it's still way too tall to be a Sonic character. Like, maybe shrink him down a little bit, but the shape is great. And this is the only character where the bandages make sense because he's a puncher. But it's too lanky and his head is way too small. Other than that, it's a very solid take on Knuckles.
All in today's work.
What the fuck?
Yeah! I'm so... Wave did not make this, by the way. Spanish did. I'm so glad you added this! Do you know the way to the bank? Yeah, buddy! This is what peak masculinity looks like, chat! Peak masculinity! No notes.
Mikey.
We have Mighty the Armadillo. I forgot this character existed. Spanish, like, what is this? But he does look like an armadillo, and he definitely has, like, oh god, the concept is so cursed. The concept, it looks like a bean. The concept, no. I don't like the back of the 2D render. The 3D one looks much nicer. Okay. The 3D one is nice and pudgy. We have the black eyes, gloves, shoes. No problem. Very much looks like an armadillo. Could curl into a ball. I like the red. I think the red is a really nice touch. But yeah, no, I don't like the 2D render at all. It's giving me nightmares. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? This feels like Sonic's face slapped on different character bodies. This is a Globshito. I'm sorry. I've never heard of Ray the Flying Squirrel. What the fuck? Like, it's solid, it's cute, but it's just Sonic's face! He predates Tails. He does? Gag! No, I prefer Tails. Like, oh my god. Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. This character came out the year I was born! Christ! I don't like it. Too piss-colored. Not enough Supersonic. No. Too round!
Born in the darkness, to live in the darkness. That's the ninja's creed.
Ooh, Espio. Espio has, like, one of the most fun designs in Sonic characters, I think. Espio has, like, everything I like about chameleons. He has the horn, he has the tail. It would have been funnier if his eyes could go in different directions, but I love his color scheme, and I love the way that they used accents on this character. Espio's design is really, really solid. Great shape. It definitely does look like a chameleon. Like, part of the thing of, like, the Sonic school of design is that they do have to resemble the animal that they were based off. I'm sorry. If they don't, you failed. And I think for Espio, they nailed it because he definitely looks like a chameleon. Absolutely, he does. And it's super cool and it's super edgy. This is Team Chaotix, right?
I've caused so much destruction. I should never have been created. This is who I am.
Hey, don't go there yet.
There's too much pussy out there to kill.
Vector is so fucking fun. Vector is another one of those characters that, like, they did so good with the shapes. He definitely looks like a croc. Absolutely, he does. And this is kind of like where the Sonic art style really shines, is that it's very cartoony and it's very fun, and only Sonic can get away with doing shit like this, of like giving a gator noodly arms. But you know what? They're super smart, because instead of just giving him tiny gator arms, they gave him really long arms that have like a triangular makeup, so they're super wide on the bottom and very narrow at the top. Same with the feet, and that way the body is completely balanced. Super solid color scheme, great use of the orange to show off like the spikes on the back, nice yellow accents, and black is just a really, really good color to do for his accessories in general. Vector looks really intense and ooky spooky. He's actually pretty fucking nice.
Find the computer room.
Stop, no, no, we're not doing so, no.
Charmy, this is a direct order from your senior detective. You have to let me win. We can order whatever takeout you want after.
No way! I'm in it to win it! You just want to look good for Miss Vanilla!
Charmy, I love Charmy. I love Charmy so much. Like, I'm sorry, people think that Charmy is annoying, but I think Charmy's actually incredibly cute. Do not punt him. He's so cute. What has Charmy done to you? So Charmy's really cute. It's a really good take on a bee. Love the antenna. Love like the stinger. And I like that he's always airborne. I don't think I've ever seen Charmy on the ground. And with Charmy, they did really, really great with his color scheme because they kept it super warm, but he has a cool toned accent framing his face, which makes it so that his face doesn't get lost in the shuffle, because Charmy has a lot of colors, very, very bright, and a very striking color scheme as well.
Squish him.
No! Why are you guys so mean to fucking Charmy? Bitch! I love Charmy! Most people hate Charmy, but I love him. Get fucked, chat!
Fun fact, Charmy's best friend died from LSD in comic.
I don't want to know about the comics anymore. Y'all are getting fucking dark with this shit.
Skill always beats luck, you weasel.
Fang the Sniper. I know about Fang. I've only seen him like once. I do like his design though. He's like the Wario to Sonic, I feel like. If I had to like assign him a role, I know that this is probably not the case, but like design-wise, he's like the antithesis of Sonic. He's like pointy and lanky and sharp. And like, what the fuck, why is he like this? I love the colors though, and I love the snaggletooth. And I do like that he has like more accessories than Sonic. Like he has a cool hat, gloves, shoes, and a belt. The tail is also super spiky. It's very like different from Sonic because Sonic is very top heavy. Most Sonic characters tend to be. But I feel like with Fang, the tail does a lot of work to balance out the silhouette.
More rubble, less trouble.
What is this? Why does he have Chip? I hate the shape for this. This one feels like it was drawn by a 3-year-old. This is not a polar bear, this is a piss bear. This is piss snow colored. You know, like in the comics, the shape looks fine, but in the games, like the silhouette is just, what is this? The worst part is that there's gonna be a fucking fan of the piss polar bear in the YouTube comments when the video comes out. Like, how dare you? It's like, I'm sorry, I don't know who this Glupshito is. He's perfect. Oh, there you are. Being the Dynamite. Who is this? First of all, first bird I've run into in the Sonic fandom, by the way. Looks dope, but who are you? Solid design, solid color scheme, very nice. It's a bird, there you go. I hate the fucking mouth in the comics, but whatever. But like, where are you finding him? Guys, my first Sonic game was like for the Game Boy Advance, and it was like, I played it in like, what, 2002? Yeah, no, I don't know a lot of these. I prefer the like feathers in the legs as opposed to like the short things that we have going on here. They're very subtle. They look like pants. I forgot he was a thing. 10 out of 10. I love Metal Knuckles because it's basically the same design principle as Metal Sonic. It's pointy, it's intense, it's evil. I will say the 2D render looks better. Much better. God, this is like the Pokemon thing, like 2D sprite versus 3D model. Like, they deflated you. But the 2D sprite goes hard as fuck. It's super fucking cool. I love how pointy and intense and bright it is. And I would definitely fucking pit this one against Metal Sonic and see what happens. I just want to see them tear each other apart.
I'm fucking infamous.
Spanish, you're fucking with me at this point. This is not in the games. This cannot be in the games! Stop zooming in on it! This is why I can't leave hubby in charge of the fucking presentation. Like, it's in your walls, chat! Noroi! I hate it here. Why? It's just Tails, but in like cursed plushie form. I don't like it. I feel like it's gonna come like fucking jump scare me. This feels like something from Five Nights at Freddy's. Is this actually in the games? Like, Spanish, are you fucking with me? It's from Sonic R. Oh, holy shit. No, come on. This is terrible, Spanish. Why did you put this in here? Is this revenge for the president?
Hex
Excellent. All systems, full power.
Gamma! Oh, I love Gamma. Gamma is super fucking cute. Gamma's the tits! Gamma's so cute! Gamma's so cute, best boy. Robot that is very friend-shaped, way more friend-shaped than Metal Sonic, fun fact. There's a lot of like really curved edges and like a domed head. Not a lot of sharp angles. He is angular because he's a robot, but like he's very friend-shaped, so he's very approachable. I love Gamma, actually, so much. He's so cute.
I won't forget you, buddy.
This guy, he's so intensely focused. He's utterly unreadable. He must be a racing master.
I wonder if there's any good fishing spots around here.
Big, oh, baby. Friendshaped.com.org. Where the fuck is Froggy? Big is so cute! He's purple and he's large and he's always fishing and he's the sweetest boy. Great design, especially with the ears. Remember how I said earlier that one of the things that the Sonic designs are known for is having really, really big heads? Well, with Big, they couldn't do a really big head because he's supposed to have a pretty large body. So they compensated for that. They added the balance with phenomenally large ears. Big is the tits, okay? And I love it whenever he shows up anywhere. He makes me so happy. Chaos! Or, I'm sorry, Chaos. I love this thing. Side note, Chaos was like my first like interaction with like an actual big Sonic boss that was not Robotnik. And I found him absolutely horrifying in his initial form. So when I saw Perfect Chaos when I was a kid, I almost barfed. That was like, what the fuck, holy shit, why? But then I heard the lore and I was like, oh. But it's a great design because it's super alien, super weird, being made out of water. He still follows the Sonic design conventions. Lanky body, big hands and feet, big head, big eyes. But he definitely has the pointiness and intensity to look threatening with an incredibly simple design. This is Chaos Zero, by the way. No Chaos Emeralds, and then Perfect Chaos is in the back. Because of course it is. It's just a monster made out of water, and they did such a good job. Such a fucking good job. I genuinely love what they did with Chaos, and I will continue to call KO KO, because if Chaos is a KO that became this, then they have to be called KO. I'm sorry, TED Talk is over. I'm not gonna fight about it anymore. Linguistically, it makes sense.
There must be a better way to do this.
Tikal, oh, baby. Tikal is one of those characters that I wish she was around more, because she's so fucking cute. She's an Echidna like Knuckles, but instead of giving her like a really aggressive color scheme, we went much softer, like a soft, creamy orange. She's supposed to be from like an ancient civilization, so she has a lot of tribal wear. Love the jewelry especially. The jewelry, the sandals, the skirt, the bracelets on the gloves. Like, she still has all the Sonic design conventions. I generally feel like this is what the Sonic Boom design should have been. If the Sonic Boom designs had had these proportions and the use of bandages in this very simplistic way, they would not have been nearly that weird. I definitely think so. Because Tikal fucking nailed it. Tikal is super dead.
Parmesan.
I don't remember you, but I know who you are. Pachamac.
You know what? Mac's fine.
This is the reason why Chaos and Perfect Chaos exist. This motherfucker was like, I need the Chaos Emerald. And he like, so like this motherfucker like punted a KO or something, and then Chaos was born and every fucking Echidna died, and this is why Knuckles is an orphan. Solid design, just like Tikal. No bandages for him, but like he does have that very tribal aesthetic. I really like the bright teal to contrast like the very, very dark burnt red fur. Same eye color as Knuckles, I think, too. Like, this is what we could expect Knuckles to look like when he's old. So I like this a lot. Ebo, don't punt KO, please. They're so cute. So, KO, my favorite things. Okay, first of all, triangle for cuteness. Pronounce KO! Because linguistically it makes sense. Shut up, chat. We're not gonna get on it. If you can tell me a good fucking reason besides the voice actors and directors said so, fine, I would listen to you. But linguistically they come from the word chaos. So it is KO. Suck a dick. Anyway, this is Sega's fucking biggest fucking waste of potential that I've ever seen. Ever since they got rid of the KO Garden, I've been languishing in agony. I've been waiting for them to bring it back because this was the biggest in Sonic Adventure DX and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, the biggest replayability factor that they ever had in these fucking games, because it was about fucking raising these little butt fucks, making them race and do games and collecting them, and even getting a Chaos KO. That shit was the tits. Design-wise though, these are so clever. It's a water drop with a body and cute little baby wings and adorable little dopey amphibian-looking faces. Omo KO can suck a giant fat chode, by the way. I love it though because like they're all iterations of a water drop with a body. It's such a simple, marketable fucking design. This is one of the best mascot designs that I've ever seen. And they wasted it! They haven't used the garden function since, and I'm so mad! Bring it back, make a mobile game or something. I don't know, no, actually don't make a mobile game. Just put it back in the games. And then we get to my favorite character in the Sonic franchise.
Shadow the Hedgehog. Why does that name haunt me?
Shadow the Hedgehog, also known as Ow the Edge. Shadow does not have a retro version because Shadow was first introduced in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. And fun fact, he was only meant to be in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. This motherfucker was so popular that they brought him right back, and he's become a staple of the franchise ever since. Design-wise, he's supposed to literally be the antithesis of Sonic the Hedgehog. He is dark, he is edgy, he is powerful. Dark colors, intense shapes, eyeliner.
I just love Latinas, Sonic. Adios.
Que Gabriela los mate a los dos.
He does like Latinas, thank you for the bits. And he also has like the best fucking color scheme out of everyone in the franchise, I feel. It's so clean. And he plays with shapes so well because like, yeah, if you squint from really far away, you could mistake him for Sonic, but like, the amount of people that saw a jet black hedgehog and went, ah, yes, Sonic, I was like, are you guys blind? Like, he could not look more different if you tried. Shadow the Hedgehog is such a good design in every way. I think that, like, don't at me, Sonic fans, because I know y'all gonna come for my wig anyway. Like, this is what Sonic should have been. He's like the cooler version of Sonic, like much cooler. If you ask me, if you put Sonic and Shadow in a room and tell me who's cooler between two of these, this butt fuck. Because Shadow's super cool. Look, I love Sonic to bits, but I'm a Shadow stan, I'm sorry. He gets the triangle, like. If I was a fucking 3-foot-tall hedgehog woman, would. Super Shadow the Hedgehog, he's not gold like Sonic, he's like cream colored, but still supposed to be very bright. Ironically enough, they did not have to fuck with his eye color at all for the Super Shadow version, and his quills actually become a bit softer to show that he's on your side. They use a lot of very like good character design rules when working with these, especially like working with silhouette and shape. So the normal Shadow is very angular and very intense, and the Super Shadow, it's a little bit softer around the edges, softer colors, softer fluff, softer quills. He genuinely looks like he's opening up a little bit more and he's actually on your side. So I actually really do like Super Shadow, even if he's like more like pale gold that's supposed to be like piss colored like Sonic is. It works well with this color scheme. They just inverted it, black to white. Villain to hero, awesome job. Yeah! Okay, so the only character design change we have here is we have a motorcycle that we do not need because we're supposed to be faster than Sonic, and the force multiplier!
Do you know how many 360 roundhouse kicks he throws with his 100% metal shoes? It's a lot.
My favorite cutscene in 06 is when he kicks Silver on the back of the head. And Lancelot, Shadow the Hedgehog, which again, goes unnecessarily hard. They should put the Sonic characters in armor more often, because look at how much of a baddie he is! Ah, God! The gauntlets, the shoes, the sword, the helmet, it's so badass. The fucking Sonic and the Black Knight design definitely deserve their mentions, because they're like such a fun adaptation to the Sonic art style, while being a completely different thing.
Long time no see, boys.
First of all, F's in chat for the cleavage, because they have, like, yeah, they've flattened Rouge out so bad. She's been fucking nerfed, like, and this one still had boobie, right? I think that my favorite Rouge design, boobie-wise, was, like, in Sonic 06. She looked really good there. But yeah, like, Rouge kind of got nerfed a little bit. Still, uniboob. So, Rouge the Bat is one of the few Sonic characters in the games, because I don't know about the comics before you guys fucking start, that has, like, a very womanly figure. More than Amy, more than any other fucking female character. I know that Sally Acorn also has some nice hips, but she's in the comics, I don't count her. Rouge was really fun though because she was like pure sex appeal. This is the most human a Sonic character ever looked. because she doesn't have fur anywhere except her face, which is very strange, right? You would have expected her to have like the fuzzy chest piece and like flesh colored arms, but they made it so that she mainly has flesh.
Mommy.
Yes, very much so. Thanks so much for the super. Rouge design wise is sexappeal.com.org. There's a few reasons for this. The first one being the bare shoulders, the cat suit, the heart cleavage piece that was like her own shirt, long boots, long gloves, pink color scheme, heavy lidded eyes and makeup. If you look at Rouge's design on games that are marketed to like older people, to like tweens and teens, she's sexier. But the games that are more like kiddie, like adjacent, like more marketed towards children, she gets censored. I do think it's a huge disservice to her character to get rid of the sex appeal, because guess what? Sexy women exist everywhere. You cannot fucking hide children from fucking shapely people because they just exist. They still did a really good job though. She's still very much a furry, but they did a lot of work to make Rouge look sexy, and sadly that's been nuked nowadays. She's still shapely, mind you, but I do think that I prefer the OG design over all others. 10 out of 10 on Rouge. Phenomenal design work, great silhouette, super sexy. They understood the assignment. Sexy jewelry, mama.
All the world's gems are mine.
Hello. Everything's completely fine. It's a Halloween costume. It's YouTube. It's a Halloween costume. No one got shot. Maria Robotnik. Oh, child that got gunned down, mama. I really like Maria. I think that she's really sweet. One of the best characters to be introduced in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. And I genuinely love how they stylized her for Generations, because she fits in the Sonic art style, but at the same time, she's very clearly human. Like, she has, like, the same cartoony conventions as, like, Eggman does. Big eyes, like, kind of, like, cartoony proportions. But she fits well. She still very much looks like a young girl, which I think is very, very sweet. Very cute. Her color scheme is, like, almost completely the opposite of Shadow's. Shadow's is very harsh, very, like, red. And Maria's, like, very soft, gold, light blues, demure, very cutesy. So her and Shadow make a really good pair design-wise, because just the difference in the shapes and the colors, she's a little bit more drawn inwards and she's a little bit more shy. Shadow's a little bit more out there. He's way harsher. Maria's really soft. So yeah, I think that like Maria and Shadow are meant to go as a unit, and they do so great together. And I genuinely love that Maria was allowed to be in Generations, because she looks so good in the modern render. So fucking good.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
Oh, Gerald! I do really like what they did with Gerald Robotnik, because he's very, very clearly Eggman's grandfather, right? They look the same, they have similar facial features, but his build is different, and this is actually, bar none, the, and I will say this, not lightly, the best antagonist that Sonic games have ever had. If you played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and you actually finished it, you will know why he is the best antagonist that Sonic games have ever had. Because this dude burned the world, mama. And you can definitely see where Eggman gets it. Like that fucking sheer genius. But I really, really do like that he's not as goofy as Eggman is. But yeah, justified crash out, super valid, honest to God. Not worth destroying humanity, Gerald, but like, the tone of the character is serious, and you can see that in the outfit. Unlike Eggman, who's a little bit goofier, a little bit doofier, Gerald Robotnik is so serious. He's just lab coat, dress pants, shirt, normal shoes. He's not goofy. He's not here to fuck around. He was here to do research and save his granddaughter. He was not allowed to do either of those things. And you know what? Valid crash out.
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
The fucking president! Did you seriously put it as the fucking president? Spanish was fucking fighting me on this one. He was like, Lily, is the president necessary? I was like, yes. And he was like, no. I like the president, okay? President Towers. The president is important. He looks like a president, but he looks like a president in the Sonic art style, and he works, okay? He works. He is necessary. He's an important part of the story. Tails have to fucking hunt him down. He looks like a president. Dude in a suit. Very important looking. He's also in fucking Shadow the Hedgehog. Fun fact, he has a framed picture of Shadow and Sonic on his desk for no good reason. All right, let's keep going. President Dope. He's important. He needs to be in there. I will argue with you all day, Spanish.
That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Cream the rabbit! Cream is the cutest fucking thing on the planet. Okay, I love her. She has such a good design. And she has a KO. His name is Jeez. She's great because she's just like the cutest little thing on the planet. Schoolgirl Benui. She has like a very, very warm color scheme with like a really good blue accent. So everything about her is fucking precious. Cream the Rabbit was actually, when I was a kid, the thing that inspired me to try and make like my own Sonic OC. She's so good. I still follow Sonic design conventions, really big head. She has a bigger head than most, fun fact, mainly because like she's a kid. But she also has really big feet and hands, just like everyone else. Has the gloves still, but the thing I like the best is like the dress with the accent. And if you put her next to Cheese, Cheese, I think, has an orange bow tie, so they have like a really cute opposing color scheme, which I love. It's embroidered and so cute. Also, have you seen her mom?
Tommy?
Yeah, Vanilla's in here! The MILF is in here! I love Vanilla. Nui MILF. Has fucked, has bred, yummy bunny. The rabbit MILF makes me fucking She's great though because she has like a more subdued color palette to Cream, but she still has like a full outfit and still Sonic rules are being followed. Vanilla has a great design because to balance out the really big head, we made the outfit fuller on the bottom, and to like really like mellow out that like orange color scheme that she has, we went for like plums and like light purples rather, which makes her look really mature and sophisticated. She has a very similar tie to Cream, but in like a deeper shade. And all in all, I think that this is a great way to make more adult Sonic proportions. I don't know how the fuck they made her actually milfy. I guess it's the bedroom eyes? How the fuck did they do it, chat? I don't know, but I love her. Cream's mom has got it going on. She's got what I want, and I've waited for so long. Oh, Sonic, can't you see? You're just not the wait.
Irrelevant. I will win, and then inform your next of kin.
Omega! Gamma and Omega have very key design differences. Omega is big shoulders. Omega is way pointier, way more angular, and he just looks more mean. He's part of Team Shadow, and his whole thing is that, like, he's an idiot. Dumb robot. There's no brain cells in there. Omega is really cool. I think he's, like, the best murder bot. He's super funny. And he has a really good design, very square shoulders, very solid shapes. He hangs out with Rouge and Shadow a lot, so I like him. Wants to connect taxidermy to Vector in Crossworlds. Omega!
Vector the Crocodile, lead detective of the Chaotix Detective Agency, unable to pay his bills, find a clue, or a day.
Emerl, I feel like I vaguely remember this, but also no, but good robot design regardless. It fits with the fucking character design conventions for Sonic, has a really solid color scheme, great silhouette, great shape play. But what are you? Ooh, Gemerl. I do like this a lot. It's way pointier than the other one, but it looks super cool. I love the eye on the forehead. The color scheme is good. I just like how pointy and angular it is, but it's still friendship. It's more friendship than Metal Sonic. Do I know why? No pointy fingies. So he looks really dope, actually. This is a great design.
Shadow.
I love Black Doom! Black Doom is actually a phenomenal design. So fucking good. Like, even like the Doom eye is fucking dope. Like this thing. Because like it has so much detail to it as well. But like Black Doom as a character is a fascinating design because like it's probably the most high fantasy I've seen a Sonic design get outside of Sonic and the Black Knight. He looks like almost like a Mind Flayer vibe, you know? I love his accessories, like the big gold pauldrons with like the dangling chain with like cosmic motifs everywhere. It's so solid, chat. Like Black Doom has such a good design and he's relegated to Shadow the Hedgehog. 10 out of 10 on fucking Black Doom, chat. I love it. The colors are great. The shapes are awesome. He looks high fantasy but eldritch at the same time. Like definitely alien, but fantasy alien. We can definitely vibe with that. Yep, I enjoy it very much.
Olive Garden guy? It's okay, everyone. We're federal agents.
Gone! Oh, we did have to include him. I'm sorry. He's important. He's important! It's just an angry old white man. Yaoi hands. Everyone in the Sonic art style has big hands, even if they're human. They need to have some design rules for everybody, chat. Because if they don't, then you get what happened with like New Donk City, where Mario looked like a deformed Muppet in a sea of real people. You need to stylize people as well if you're gonna have such strong art styles with games like these. But yeah, the gun commander, you're pretty standard military commander. I would have loved if he had more medals on his person because for a commander, he's missing some hardware. but he still looks pretty good. I love the gloves. I like that he still has like pretty big hands for like a normal human. Looks very, very decent, honestly. Silver! Oh, baby. Am I like one of like the only 3 people that like Silver the Hedgehog? Because I think he's so cute. It's no use. God. He had a lot of potential. Like, a lot of potential. And he got fucking ganked into the worst game of... Well, no, not worst. I think that Sonic Boom wins that medal. But Silver had a really, really cool color scheme. Because he really was a Silver Hedgehog. But he has a lot of bright colors regardless. He has bright colors on his hands, on his boots. All of his accents are super bright. His eyes are super bright. He does have Super Silver, which becomes blinding white. But in the render, he's more like a very pale gold, like Shadow. But I do think that I prefer the like blinding platinum white that he has in the game as opposed to this. I think that was just like game limitations of the lighting. And then he was in Sonic and the Black Knight. And again, it goes so fucking hard. The boots are dope. The fucking armor is phenomenal. And he can't have the fucking armor on the quills, I guess, because of how fucking pointy he is in general, but it would have looked dope. Why does Galahad fucking go this hard in the Sonic games? I'm sorry. Like, they took everything about the base design and just made it fantasy and awesome. I love the spear. I love the armor. I love the gold accents and the teal accents. Just like, oh, it's so good. God damn it, Sonic!
Fall, you stupid bitch.
Dude, she's so sexy though. She's so pretty. Blaze has a great design because she really captured the spirit of Cat. For a character that works mainly with fire, you would have thought that they would have given her a very bright color scheme, right? Wrong. Purple was actually the perfect choice because purple makes those flames stand out way more. She also has high heels. I think that the fur cuffs on the outfit are a great touch as well. She looks super elegant, and like giving her like that red jewel on the forehead is also a phenomenal fucking touch. The gold eyes are also phenomenal. Like, you can tell that there's like a tie to fire from very subtle things, but from her color scheme, you wouldn't know it right away. But yeah, Blaze looks dope. I love her shoes. I love the fur cuffs. I love that like it all ties together with that like pointiness and intensity. It's super fucking cute. I'm in love and Blaze is great, and I wish that she was in more games also. Yeah, Blaze is also in Sonic and the Black Knight, which again, goes unnecessarily hard. We need another one of these, we really do, because female Knight Blaze is so gorgeous. Like, the purple armor is everything. The fucking high heels, the design on the rapier, and the fucking helm and purple armor in general, just like, ugh. Fun fact, her super form is on par with Sonic. She has a super pink thing, fucking baller, 10 out of 10. Very much appreciated.
It's no use.
Why? This is just Eggman with an inverted color scheme. That's it. That's all they did. That's the joke. It's not a meme. It feels like a meme wave. I cannot believe that this is real. Seeing Luigi, Eggman, and Tails in one screenshot is stupid. I hate it here.
Huh, lumpy space princess, huh? Last time I met a princess, I don't quite remember. Never mind.
Oh my god. Oh. I don't know how to feel about Elise, chat. Because conceptually, design-wise, I like her. I think that her design is really beautiful and really solid. But like, she kissed a dead animal. She kissed a dead animal, what? Just traumatize chat a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Knuckles has seen some shit. Like, Elise has a beautiful design, but she was misutilized. Her dress is so pretty because like it's giving like 1920s, but still very princessy. The soft feathers on the hair and on the hem and like the bright orange tights for some reason.
Them legs is oranges. That's all they is. They oranges.
Oh, they're like mesh tights. Like, she's super cute, okay? But like, she kissed a dead animal. I can't get over it, chat! No, that artwork is adorable. In this art style, I think Sonic 06 would have worked much better. Like, she would have still kissed a dead animal, but it wouldn't have looked as weird. Look how cute this is. This is precious. She's so pretty. This is much better. I wish the art style had been like this. If they ever remake 06, which I don't know why they would, they should use this art style. Just remake all the graphics. Make it this.
As you can see, I've knocked over many chairs because I get so tilted at the towers.
I would, Mephiles, I'm sorry. Like, I have a problem. Yes! I love Mephiles! He's an asshole! Only person to ever be able to fucking gank Sonic the Hedgehog. He has no mouth, and it's badass! Like, this motherfucker ganked Sonic, got Shadow put into fucking gay baby jail forever, and it's such a good design! Conceptually, it's just like Shadow with a more muted color scheme, but then when he goes like full like Mephiles the Dark mode, like it's sharp, it's jagged, it's edgy. If you were in the Sonic universe and you saw this, you might be genuinely scared. Like, he has no feet, he's super pointy. Like, every single villain design principle is embodied by Mephiles, and he also has one of the best songs for any fucking villain in the Sonic franchise. I'm sorry. Mephiles' whisper is horrific. It's so creepy. I love it. But Mephiles, hear me out. I'm sorry. I would. I'm sorry. It's super good. Super cute. Definitely looks like a raccoon. Love the color scheme for this one. The fucking like lime green is such a good choice. The leggings are also super cute. Like, they're getting more creative with the clothes for the women in the Sonic franchise so far, which I definitely enjoy. Her head is like way too round, but I don't really mind that. Very cute, and the pigtails are adorable. 10 out of 10 for this one. I definitely like it very much out of the modern Sonic designs. Good shit. Captain Whisker. Oh, this is dope, actually. Why have I not seen this before? I didn't play it, that's why. But this is super cool. Robot pirate design that low-key resembles Eggman, but not really. Come on, give me that shit. That is so dope. I love the lab coat. I love the skulls on the arms. Still friend-shaped though, no pointy. Still good, goofy villain. I love it.
Johnny.
Johnny! Wait, Johnny. That's it? That's the name? So Johnny is fun because he has a torpedo head that also still kind of looks like a shark. However, I have to assume that this 3D render is like fucking fan-made because the 2D one goes so much harder. What happened?
Hey guys!
Oh, God, bird. So we're getting to Sonic Riders, the first Sonic Riders. I actually love these. The art style for Sonic Riders is so fucking good. Jet is great because he's supposed to be like competition for Sonic. He's like sharper, definitely bird, way more edgy than Sonic, but not as much as Shadow, and is just giving speed. He's giving cocky. Like, if Sonic gives like cocky, lovable dipshit, this is just dipshit. He has like such a strong silhouette though, with like the feathers on the back and the tail, and we also use like complementary colors, like bright red boots. I do think that the use of complementary colors was very clever, and I do like what they did with like the red eyeliner and the red accents in general. He looks dope, I'm sorry. Jet has like one of the cooler designs in Sonic characters. I do think so. Oh, and he was also in Sonic and the Black Knight. Fun fact, again, unnecessarily hard. I love that the way the armor scaling is looks like feathers. They didn't need to go this hard, but they did, and I really appreciate it. Looks fucking dope. Look at that. Look at that detail. That's fucking awesome.
You think you can win with that board?
Oh my god. Gay! So Wave for me is like a competitor to Rouge the Bat in terms of sex appeal. She's flat as a board, but she does it because it's the attitude. Like, the action line on the character is so fucking sultry. It's a really cool shape. Like, the hair being the feathers is so cool. She has like the swallowtail, but the swallowtail is also present in the hair. Really cool sunglasses, very clean, crisp color scheme, very light, very bright, but still has like that racer girl vibe, which I really fuck with. I love that so much. Crop top and attitude, baby.
I can't see the end of the horizon. Hatsune Miku, is that you?
Storm the Albatross. Storm is one of those characters where like they use shape play to the best of their ability in the Sonic designs. He is like Eggman, egg-shaped, but he gives a lot more bulk because his hands are much bigger, and unlike Eggman, he's super stocky because he's one of the bigger characters in the Sonic franchise. But unlike Big, who feels really friendly, Storm is really intimidating because he's so pointy. And he has an incredibly muted color scheme except for the gloves and shoes and the red eyeliner. So the bits of bright color he has are really striking. Between Jet, Wave, and Storm, they have like a great color scheme altogether. And all three of them have like completely different shape languages that do a great job at antagonizing Sonic's friends, if that makes sense.
I'm hungry.
Chip is annoying, but Chip is important, okay? He's super cute design-wise, but he speaks and I want to fucking pull my eardrums out. I like Chip, I just don't like his voice. Like, that's it. I like Chip a lot because he reminds me of like a nicer Scrappy-Doo.
Oh god, he's peeing on me!
With a really cute tuft of hair and tail that match. I like his little socks, and I also really like his little baby wing. He's kind of like the Paimon, I guess, of Sonic Unleashed, but He's a bit less annoying.
Don't eat me. I taste bad.
A very cute character though, and super plot relevant. I'm not gonna spoil it if you haven't fucking played it already, although I'm guessing most people in chat have played most Sonic games already, because like, y'all are super fans. You've gone like above and beyond this stream to like interact and like super chats and subs. I'm like, holy shit, you guys are fucking popped off. Very much appreciated. But yeah, Chip is super important, so I had to include him.
Look here, do you see this sorry excuse for a sandwich?
Professor Pickle is also important! Mustache eyebrows is also important. Cucumber sandwiches are also the tits, and I will hear no slander. They're delicious, okay? I do really like when they started to stylize humans in Sonic because it just made them more cohesive. People called it Pixar-esque when it first came out. I do think it was a really good fit. Professor Pickle looks every fucking inch a professor though. The fucking mustache eyebrows, the little hair, the suit, the cane, everything about Professor Pickle is Professor. He's like the stereotype walking.
You're lucky, Sonic.
Oh! Sharha is super pretty. She appeared in Sonic and the Secret Ring. She was very, very cute. She's like a Djinn, I guess you could call it. I do really love the character for this though, because she does fit in the Sonic universe. She is stylized, but she's a little bit daintier than the Pixar-esque art style that Unleashed had. Reminds me of Shantae almost in the terms of like the hair and the pointy ears. Very, very cute. Very, very soft color scheme, which I very much appreciate. She's a little bit softer than like your run-of-the-mill like Djinn design. It's not as revealing, it's a little bit more subdued, but I think that that modesty works for this character.
First of all, your Jordans are completely fake.
Erazor Djinn, the hair is, can we talk about it? That's terrible. Proto-Zavok, the awful, awful hair. The rest of the design though, bad guy. Pointy and sharp and purple and dark and bad guy. And that's it. That's all I need, honestly.
You, my friend, haven't even thought about buying Spotify Premium. Want a break from me?
I am finished with you.
Oh, Merlina? Yeah, I love you, but you suck. Merlina's super cute. Merlina has a beautiful design, definitely fits in Sonic and the Black Knight. I love the braid. I love her giant fucking staff. I like the fact that she does have armored shoes, and her color scheme, believe it or not, it's very pretty, but it's not soft. It's pretty intense. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but this was actually like a really neat nod to the plot twist of the game. She has a lot of intensity in the shapes for her design. A lot of triangles, a lot of pointy, thorny bits. Merlina is one of those people who's like, she's misguided, I guess you could say. She's not like outright evil, but she is definitely misguided. So if you look closely, you could kind of spot that Merlina had some beef, but it's not something that you see until later in the game. She does have another design, by the way. Merlina has the Dark Queen design because Merlina is the actual last boss of Sonic and the Black Knight. Now, the OG design had a lot of intensity, but they really ramped it up in this one with like the hair being super pointy out of the braid and the like white feather bits also being fairly intense and pointy. The color scheme for the dress also got a lot darker and the accents popped way, way more. So Merlina, the Dark Queen, I think is a great, great, great design. It looks so Fire Emblem coded. It kind of does, yeah, it does.
You make me sad. So be it.
And then we have King Arthur, which was a fucking sick design. Really, really cool. Like, and the King Arthur was also evil in this one, right? So they just made like a really, really dark knight. Honestly, King Arthur and Sonic and the Black Knight, it feels like a Final Fantasy XIV boss. But I do like how strong the shapes are here. Like the character designers for Sonic and the Black Knight definitely did not miss. They did a great job. And the way that they played with the shapes and the shape language was a really, really great nod to making characters look like more intense, more intimidating. Use of color is also phenomenal because it has like mostly dark armor and some really bright accents. So I think they did a really good job. I love it. 10 out of 10 on King Arthur. Oh, so we're getting into like the silly mascot characters now. Mother Wisp and Yacker. So these are from Sonic Colors. They're like little aliens. They're cute, okay? Pink Thing, not Pink Thing. They're supposed to be super friend-shaped, and I think they are actually really friend-shaped. They're very useful. They are powers for Sonic, which I definitely appreciate. But in Generations, you guys get me a fucking headache. And the Wisps come in a lot of colors, but you'll notice that they're all very alien, but they're all very friend-shaped. So they do different things. Like, their shape language kind of shows you what the power-up is, which is really interesting. From, like, spiky bits to shadows to become a rocket to become a block. Like, they're very clear-cut. For, like, little goobers that are power-ups, they're strong concepts. I do think so. And Sonic Lost World Wisp, which are, again, very cute. And they have really, really great shapes and great colors. Deadass. So fucking cool. So beautiful. A great job on Sonic teams of making like just simple character designs that get the point across. They work well as Mario Kart items in Crossworlds. Oh, well, that makes sense, actually.
Being a robot's not so bad.
From where I'm sitting, it is a nightmare.
Oh, the tits, the goats. Okay, so like Eggman got like exponentially funnier when he got sidekicks. Fucking Tweedledee and Tweedledummer robots over here. They're so silly and they're so stupid, and I love them so much. It's an orb and a cube, and that's it. And like when they're folded up, they're literally an orb and a cube. It's such a basic character design, but it works so well. Like sometimes simple is key. Don't forget Proto Cubot from Unleashed. Oh yeah, he was in Unleashed.
Come.
This one is really silly though. I love the color scheme. I think that the pose for the 3D render doesn't particularly do the character justice, but the 2D one looks solid, if a bit scuffed. It's just very, very bright. I think the red could stand to be toned down a little bit, and that's about it, really. Not bad, though. Zaz. Very goofy. Don't quite fit the Sonic, like, art style conventions. I think that's the thing that's ticking me off. Like, they're not bad, but I don't see them in a Sonic game. Does that make sense? I like how lanky it is.
Oh my god, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white.
Ooh, I do like this. That one's pretty sexy, actually. I don't know what it is, Demon, but I like it. I love the shape of the hair, and I love the color. Super bright green, pink accent. God, love to see it, chat. Love to fucking see it. 10 out of 10. Shifu, next question. Are these Sonic characters? We're getting to, like, fucking puppy playtime here. Like, stop it! I hate it here. I don't even care about these anymore. Move.
Yahoo! Who won? I won. Number 1!
Styx is so cute! Styx is really cool. I did not think Badger when I saw her, but I love her hair. I love her design. I love how fucking fearless she looks, and I think she's adorable. And has really good use of color, and like the fucking stripes on her hair and eyes look so nice. Crazy Badger girl. To be fair, Badgers are like, have you seen a Badger? They're insane.
Stop following me!
What is that? What the fuck is that?
My original OC buddy, do not steal. Spanish, did you make these? This is terrible. This looks like a nightmare. This looks like fucking Garden of Bam Bam. Like, ugh. I'm not gonna say anything because you can customize these, but I cannot believe that these exist. You can be furry Joker in the game. Why? For fuck's sake.
I am the sharpest of blades. I'll cut you down in a sec.
Oh, I don't like it. It looks so butt. Like, I'm sorry. This looks like someone's DeviantArt OC that they fucking shove-fisted into the game. Like, Sonic character proportions, yes, with none of the Riz. Where is the Sonic antagonist wrist gone in this design? It's not scary. It's a very weak, it's not like intimidating, it's just a very weak design. I'm sorry. I think I know what it is though. Since his face is really weird, you don't clock it as a face, so your eye doesn't know where to land. Brains are actually, you should see Infinite before the mask. Zero the Jackal. I think since I'm not perceiving it as a face, I really don't have anywhere to focus and I don't particularly vibe with it.
I'm very impressed with you, Sage. No, I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Doctor. I am extending the range of my control.
Commendable.
Oh, baby. Sage. Babe, precious. 10 out of 10. I love Sage. Another human design that is stylized to perfection. She did great because, like, she definitely feels like an AI. This is Eggman's daughter. Robotnik is now a father, okay? I love Sage so much. She's so fucking cute. Sage is so adorable. She's the perfect representation of an AI. She is a sassy motherfucker, and I love her to bits. Her design is great. She starts out red and black, but then she becomes green and black with the white hair when she starts like changing her tune and warming up to you. And she's one of my favorite characters in the franchise so far because she's just so sweet and she has no chill whatsoever.
You're supposed to be so mighty. How was Father able to conquer you so easily?
Fuck you.
Really, really great character. Very simple design, but gets right to the point. Sonic the Hedgehog has such a strong rule of character design. They do a really great job. There's some misses here and there, but for the most part, they have like really clear-cut rules that have only gotten better with time. I hope that they keep making making Sonic characters for the future in more games. Because, honest to God, for as much as we fucking give shit to Sonic games, because there is a lovable element of jank in there, and there is memery. The games have been getting better and better over the past few years, and I see Sonic Team has nowhere to go but up. And with the character designs, they're already there for me. They just keep making things that are better and better and better, so I can't wait to see more. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Which is your favorite Sonic character from the games? Do you guys want me to make something like this from the comics? Let me know in the comments. I like to hear it. Fight your demons. And yes, it is KO, and I will pronounce it like that until the day I die. Preemptively, shut the fuck up. I love you.